Hello, hello, hello. My name's Tim Cleaver. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to make a video and talk about one person, BRENT HINDS, lead guitarist, vocalist for a band called Mastodon from Atlanta, Georgia. He died in a motorcycle accident August 20th, 2025, which I think coincidentally is Dimebag Darrell's birthday. But anyway, legendary guitarist. Tragic circumstances, so sad. And I've been meaning to make this video for a long time. I should have filmed it, I think, the day after I heard that he passed, just to, I guess, get the most recent emotions, I guess. And I was actually gonna wait a bit longer, maybe until like the release date or the announcement of the release date of the new album, but Mastodon released a new video today called The Mastodon in the Room, which I guess is a little documentary about them and their grieving process and their stories about Brent. So I've been waiting all day to watch this, and I figured we get two birds stoned at once. I talk a bit more about Brent. We watch the video together. I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna interject. I'm gonna add my commentary as I will, because it's my fucking video, and we're gonna have a good time. I got a beer. I suggest you guys better grab a beverage too. Let's talk a bit more about Brent. Yeah, so Brent and Mastodon. Okay, so yeah, so anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge Mastodon fan. Probably favorite band in the last 25 years. Heavy metal, sludge metal. I was throw a bit of prog rock and metal in there. More prog rock, I'd say. Love for the classic 70s prog rock. And what Brent brought to the band was, I think, unpredictability and chaos and yeah, just unpredictability. Like, he was almost like a punk rock cowboy in a metal band, and that you don't see a lot of that. Like, he was absolutely, like, all four guys are unique in their own right, but there was just something about Brent, something extra, a secret sauce. He was like a shooting star in a sea of planets and stars and asteroids. He was just so unique, with a face tattoo, which would totally suit him. It's like, maybe I'll make this into a separate video, but again, another comparison to Dimebag. Dimebag had the red pink beard. Brent had the tattoo on his face, which I want to get eventually a tattoo of that on my arm here. Yeah, so I think the first Mastodon song I heard without knowing it was Crush Your Destroyer on the Tony Hawk Underground soundtrack. This is going to be a long video, by the way. So yeah, I would listen to it. I didn't know it was them, so I just kept playing the game and living life. And then I heard Iron Tusk and Blood and Thunder. Yeah, I didn't like it at first, actually, because it was so different. But then I listened to it again because, like, there's something about it that drew me back. It was Brent's playing primarily. Like, I love how on Leviathan, there's no real guitar solo until Hearts Alive. Like, you'll hear little licks. I guess, like, there's a few licks in Sea Beast, and that breakdown lick in Megalodon, of course. But like an actual guitar solo isn't until Hearts Alive, which is the second last song on the album, which is amazing. So it's like they make you wait the full 35-40 minutes or whatever it is, and then it kicks off with the epic guitar solo. Blood Mountain came after that, 2006. So that's around the first time I saw them live. Yeah, I've seen them live 4 times. So this was, yeah, after Leviathan, before Blood Mountain, summer of 2006. Unholy Alliance Tour, Lamb of God, Children of Bodom, Slayer, Thine Eyes Bleed. It was a sick show. Yeah. And then after that, Crack the Sky. Oh my God. Crack the Sky, I think, is the most mind-melting, bending, trippiest show I've ever been to. This was spring of 2009. Yeah, man. Okay, I can just talk about the history of Crack the Sky right now. So, I remember I was hanging at a buddy's place, and we were just surfing the net, and there was like a instrumental preview of Oblivion. Yeah, and we put it on. I was like, I don't know, man. Like it was missing the brutality of Blood Mountain, but I guess the that part of the riff kind of hooked me. And then, yeah, I remember driving to the store on release day to buy the CD of Crack the Sky, and like blew my mind. Like instant classic. All I'd say Leviathan, Blood Mountain, Crack the Sky are immortal. Yeah, after Crack the Sky, it was okay. Before we move on from Crack the Sky, when I saw them, 2009 spring with Kylesa and Intronaut. I remember I had like I shared half a joint, and I had like one beer at the show, but I remember like getting dizzy, and then the screen becoming blurry, and I remember like I don't remember moving to my right, but I remember halfway through the last Baron, the last song on Crack the Sky, I like came to, and I was standing like at an angle. Like, it was so weird. And the night continued. Holy shit, yeah. Just amazed by Brent. And just a presence. Yeah, I never met the guy, but yeah. So after that, Crack the Sky, what was that? The Hunter, yeah. So that was in dedication to Brent's brother, who sadly passed away in like a hunting accident. Yeah, I think he had a heart attack while hunting or something, which is sad in its own right. So their parents lost both sons and both children. That's so sad. I do like the Hunter. It's so much different from their earlier discography. It's like shorter songs, more compact, not as many like musical detours per song, I guess you could say. But each song, there's still something I like about pretty much every song. Like the keyboard intro to Creature Lives, Brent's guitar playing, the solo, the lead on like Thickening, and what else? There's just so many. Yeah, so I could do a separate video, which I probably will do at some point, like top 10 Brent solos. Yeah, like they don't have a bad album. They don't they have all their albums are great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to. I'm cautiously optimistic about where they're heading to. I know it won't be the same because like Brent's not here, and he was a huge part of their sound. So after the Hunter, Once More Around the Sun. Oh yeah, so I saw them for the third time for the Hunter tour with Opeth and Ghost. That was 2012. That the actual show was. So after that came Once More Around the Sun. Another great album. So I saw them with Clutch and Big Business 2015 for that show, for that tour, Once More Around the Sun. Yeah, the song Once More Around the Sun sticks out right off the top of my head right now, man. And then came Emperor of Sand. Didn't get a chance to see them. They didn't come my neck of the woods here for that. Great solos on that. Fucking Roots of Rain. The last song, what's it called? Jaguar God. Yeah. Oh my god. And I love how on that song Jaguar God, this was 2017, the first album they released after the death of my father, and he died in 2015. So I was like still sad about it. And like the solo, the start of the solo in Jaguar God feels like, it sounds like a heart rate monitor dying, for lack of a better word, because that's, I guess, what it is. I thought it was so cool how he was able to marry the sound of the guitar with an actual thing. Like, not that the guitar is not an actual thing, but like something that's not a guitar, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then COVID fucking happened. and they're supposed to come here in 2019, I think, but not 2019 or 2020. Yeah, probably it's fall 2019. Yeah, but then their manager Nick John got sick with cancer, and he passed away. So that resulted in Hushed and Grim, their last studio album, double album, something I always wanted from the band. But honestly, I think it's a little drags on a little bit. Like, I find a lot of the chord changes are samey, but I could also appreciate that that could be a musical theme. So if it's intentional, which I'm sure it is, it's all good. Like, yeah, like I said, there's no bad Mastodon album or song or whatever, but looking back at Hushed and Grim now, I appreciate it more just because Brent's not here. Yeah. And fucking, before we go on to the video, he was the reason I bought like a white Flying V. This is my Gibson 120th anniversary Flying V. I bought it like 12 years ago now. Yeah. It's just sad because it's very sad because he quit the band, or he left the band in what, May of 2020. What year is it? 25. Yeah. He left the band, I want to say May 2025. And then everyone's hoping, like everyone's still holding on to the chance that they're going to make up and make music again. Even if it took 5 years. Because, like, you know what happens, like, way less deserving bands have had that happen. I'm not going to name names, but if there's one band that I think deserved having a reunion, would have been so cool to see a Mastodon reunion with Brent Hinds in like 10, 15 years. But that's never going to happen because he's fucking dead. But I want to see where they go next. I want to hear where they go next. We'll always have the music. To remember fucking Brent, bye, man. Okay, enough talking. I want to watch this new documentary. I'm going to change cameras here. Okay, yeah, I've been looking forward to this all day. It's called The Mastodon in the Room. Let's watch it.
Thank you guys so much. We lost somebody very special to us yesterday. Brent Hinds, 25 years with us as our guitar player. One of the most creative, beautiful people that we've ever come across in this world. Tragically left us.
I made that statement on stage in Alaska because I was confronted with it, you know what I mean? It had just happened, and I felt like I just wanted to talk to somebody about it, so I wanted to talk to them, the people that were at the show.
Man, I can't imagine playing a show like a day after your friend and like former bandmate dies so unexpectedly too.
Him so very much. And you know, we had the ups and downs of a 25-year relationship, you know what I mean? It's not always perfect, it's not always amazing, but we were brothers to the end.
You're expected to do that, and we wanted to do that, but I wasn't ready to address it.
Right.
I wasn't ready to talk about it. I didn't even know what happened.
I don't know, you know, we're just at a loss for words. We're absolutely devastated and crushed to lose him and to be able to never have him back again. But you guys made it okay for us to come on stage and do this tonight.
Okay, so I first heard the morning after. I guess it was the 21st. Yeah, I was getting ready for work. I was surfing the net on my computer here, as I usually do before work. And I was browsing the Mastodon subreddit. And then there was like a few posts about like a cryptic Adam Jones from Tool tweet, or not tweet, but Instagram post. And others within the closer family there. And yeah, I think just before I left the apartment to actually go to work, I checked like Mastodon's Instagram, or maybe like very early that day at work. But yeah, fucking, I remember telling my boss like, my favorite guitarist died last night. I know. Yeah.
but also feel like doing all this will be hopefully really beneficial for a lot of the people that are kind of looking at us and being like, yo, you're kind of leaving us hanging. And I totally understand that. And to the fans, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to like be more for them when that happened, because I couldn't for myself. I'm still in.
And the red comes on right there. Does that mean it's recording?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Nervous though. Nervous.
I couldn't even, it was just, it's amazing. My eyeballs felt like two plasma screen TVs. I'm just watching TV. It's not really happening.
The 30 minutes you have on stage, and then it's all over. Then you're not really in Mastodon anymore. You're just some dude from Mastodon.
Other puncher.
We're here with Mastodon.
The biggest band in the whole world.
Biggest band in the whole world. We're here. Oh, they're here.
Is that free face tattoo?
I'm a free spirit.
What's that?
A free spirit. I enjoy life and I live it to the fullest.
These are clips from the Workhorse Chronicles. Came out 2006, I think. 2007.
That was the fart box.
Who are those people?
Who are those children in that movie?
They should be embarrassed. It was nice to see Brent like super excited and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as debaucherous as we were back then.
It was celebratory because we had been in a van for the first 4.5 years of our career in the States, and then we find ourselves at a soccer stadium across Scandinavia opening for Iron Maiden. So it was this moment
crazy.
of this is a dream world. So we're just cloud nine plus some, and I think you could see a lot of us, Brent included, where it was just full of charm and true excitement because this was a dream come true.
We
Interesting.
kind of created our little tribute to one genre of musical history, and just a little drop in the bucket that we could do for music.
I mean, you can see it in his eyes that he's just like a kid in a candy store, like, man, this is great. We're really doing it. And it definitely took me back to that exact moment in time.
It's kind of nice to see him so stoked, and I remember that guy very well.
So, by him saying, I remember that guy, it's like he changed. And I want to hear more Bill talk about Brent. Because I always had the suspicion that they butted heads the most in the band. But I want to hear Bill talk about the positive things. Because I remember an interview where he was asked, like, maybe I'm paraphrasing, but like his favorite things about Brent, or like the best things about Brent, and he couldn't name any, which was like disappointing to me as a fan, because I don't want to see my two favorite guitar players in my favorite band quarrel and fight. But I really do want to watch. I do want to finish watching this and continue watching this. Yeah, man.
That's right, mate. That's how I do in London. Just get fucking totally plastered. Just stick it up your nose like this. Just sniff it out, okay.
That's what we do, right?
That's what I do.
Like a thing about...
He's a dirty rotter. He is a dirty rotter. Yeah, look at your butt.
But he was always hamming it up.
Go like this.
I mean, all of us really kind of nonstop trying to make each other laugh. I think that was a big part of the closeness of our relationship early on. We all kind of had a similar sense of humor. It is.
Obviously, my belly will eat his belly. It is. This shit's bigger than mine.
Brent is a strict beer connoisseur.
Love that red beard.
Pussycats, pussycats.
You're gonna get in trouble, dude.
What?
You're gonna get in trouble.
Let's go, come on.
No, no.
All fucked up. Broken. I accidentally stepped on your computer, Bill. Sorry, dude. I didn't see it down here. Fucking broken in half.
What?
Bill's computer accidentally stepped on it on accident. And I'm also joking.
We could see it happening in those early days. You know, a lot of it would be a lot of fun all through the day, through the show, through the night. But it would rear its head slowly, more often, and then it became this thing of learning how to diffuse. And you were really good at that, Bron. You could sense it, and you would divert in a very simple way, and you got really good at that. And you would change the subject. You'd show a clip of a new monster movie coming out, or you would open your to-go food and show this platter of tacos, like something very simple, and it would divert, and it would diffuse it to some degree. And you started doing that a lot.
You might get drunk crazy a lot, or every once in a while, but I love that guy. Come on.
That's why we've been on the road for, this long. And that's why we tour so much, is because we can do it, because we can get along with one another and pull it off, you know what I mean?
We love each other. We're a good functioning family, I think.
You're not an asshole too, are you?
No, I'm a nice guy.
Fuck you, man.
If someone's gonna quit the band, it's like, I'm quitting the band. The next day it'd be like, sorry, can I come back? We can always get over any kind of bullshit.
I just remember saying early on, no one's allowed to quit this band, because I was so excited, and everything was just, it was like nothing I've ever done before. I've been in a million bands, and it was just like, this is some special chemistry here. No one's allowed to quit, and we're not breaking up until we all decide we're all leaving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, there was many nights. That's why I try to go to bed early, because I knew you could tell when the band was gonna break up. What nights.
Watch out, cold-blooded. Sometimes, if you just hang out long enough, you don't do anything, you can produce food.
There was a certain level
You could produce
that Brent would
food.
get to where I just had to excuse myself, you know what I mean? And he wanted you to come, He wanted you to come into the abyss. And this is literally the only person that I ever met in my life that a lot of us have fears, or for me, I'm either I have to play tomorrow, or I feel like I might die if I go further. He didn't have that switch that turned off to be like, you should turn around and go back. He was like, no, I'll go, I'm going in.
We don't like to brag on ourselves.
You see that look in his eyes, it's time to go to your bunk and close that curtain.
This means don't bother me.
Close it real tight.
Jeez. And it sounds like it started early too. Fuck, I
But the
can't.
shows were good, especially
imagine.
after an incident.
Oh yeah.
The next show after an incident, we knew, the three of us were like, this show's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Redemption
Because
show,
the
right?
redemption show.
Yeah.
It's almost like what you hear with a battered housewife, you know what I mean? The remorseful boyfriend or husband comes back with flowers.
He
and,
bought me a diamond ring the
and
next
they
day. Yeah,
fucking-
Brent would buy us a
he
diamond
He
ring.
bought us diamond rings.
Wow.
And that's what kept
And
us
so,
going.
you get that, see, he's awesome. Really, you will put yourself through the experience of being on stage and having such a kick-ass show is worth just about any part of you.
Jesus Christ. I watched this religiously too, The Making of Blood Mountain.
Working on the album. Me, the only one in the band that's not a loser. And we got Troy Sanders on the bass and vocals. That's why the album sounds so shitty right there.
Oh shit.
And then Braun can barely keep a beat.
I like that word, vagina.
If he even, I don't even know what his deal is.
Vagina.
Then Bill.
I want to ride the space penis.
Uh-oh.
It's his birthday, so.
I remember that night.
God.
We left him behind.
It's amazing.
And shaved his head.
It's a lifestyle.
Peter Gabriel.
Am I pretty?
Shave his head again? Yeah, what was up with that weird cut in his hair? Probably to get the tattoo, right?
But I talked to the guys about it, everybody was cool about it, so we're just gonna start recording the same way. Okay, just go again.
I talked to him, man. Cool.
I like the old way.
Okay, let's just do it the old way.
Classic.
Capillary and crest.
My hair's fine. I'm pretty.
It's insane.
Why does my guitar sound like that?
Yeah.
My God, it sounded awesome. Holy shit.
I can so much relate to the excitement and passion and love of the instrument in his voice.
See that and just to remember how happy Brent was, you know. It was like, you know, I kind of forgot that he was that guy at one time, you know, like so into playing guitar in Mastodon, and, you know, jogs those memories that I kind of forgot about with him, that he was once that guy.
I was showing off, dude.
I know, dude. You do well.
Another kick-ass song, Colony of Birchmen. What a guitar. Silverburst Flying V.
He was at the height of his creative powers with the Blood Mountain stuff and the Crack the Sky stuff. But
Yeah.
with Blood Mountain, we're sort of getting there with him, you know. It was just like a huge explosion of creative energy, and the riffs that we were all coming up with together. It was super exciting to us because we felt like there was a lot of chatter about our band, like, oh, they signed to Warner Brothers, they're gonna like make this big sellout record. And we're like, wait till you see what we came up with, because we felt like what we had was something really sort of challenging.
Favorite record is Blood Mountain. Stand by that 100%. That's a UFO right there. Man, oh man. So it sounds like they endured a lot just for like just to play music, just to make that incredible music. Oh my God.
When the material for Crack the Sky started to unfold, I knew that Brent had been digging a lot deeper than maybe previously on some of the other material that we had written together in the past. Just the impact that the kind of the accident in Vegas had on him.
At the VMAs, me and CeeLo and like Dave Grohl had all gotten into the pool at the Palms, and we weren't supposed to. And then after that, we had several drinks, and then I like kind of like started time traveling, blacked out drunk, and I was like swinging my shirt around like this, and I hit some guy like in the face with my wet shirt, and he's the guy that sucker punched me out of nowhere while I was like looking that way, like hit me with the rings on his fingers and totally fucked me up bad.
Yeah, that's crazy. And it's only because, like his look with the glasses and like the kind of, curly hair. There's a picture of me and my older half brother. I'm not going to show the exact picture, but here's a picture of, I think it's just my half brother, and you could kind of see the resemblance of that between him and Brent. But anyway, yeah, let's continue. The Mastodon in the room.
But so what had happened was he, I guess, was kind of running around this casino and ended up just pissing off the wrong person, you know. Would say, you know, he, in his very, very drunken states, would be, you know, a habitual line stepper. He crossed the line with somebody. From what I was told, you know, this person said, "Don't do that to me," and he did it and got punched, and I think he fell over and hit his head, and I think that was what did the most damage. And we thought we might lose him then.
Yeah, we thought the band was over. I did. I was like, man, he's crossed the line. He's gone too far. And he was really fucked up for a long time.
Yeah, we thought that maybe the brain damage was going to be
irreversible,
substantial.
But then there was the other side of the coin where we got back home and we actually went to go over to see him, and he was playing acoustic guitar a lot, and he's like, I wrote all these songs, and I was like, man, maybe this is a good thing. Then then Crack the Sky happened, you know, and it was like, wow, look, like he came with all these songs and riffs and ideas, and it was like this rebirth.
As far as like what happened to Brent's situation, I've never seen a phoenix reveal itself so quickly.
Another classic solo, Oblivion.
And we sort of could feel this reverberation of like depth of where Brent was coming from, and I just remember being like thinking to myself, okay, whatever this is, I think that we should follow that.
I pretty much cranked him out on guitar, just sitting on the couch over there, you know what I mean? Just like when I was recovering from my concussion and stuff from the VMAs.
Every riff and song and composition that he brought in at that time, I was in absolute awe of it. It was next level Brent, it was peak Brent. And if someone like Brent was really excited about something, it was on. All of the three of us were glued to him. Okay, what is this? And it led to this magical, spiritual moment that became Crack the Sky.
It really evoked something in myself. Like I talked about my sister. I didn't know if I'd ever be in a band or play music with other people that would pull that out of me or want me to address any of that.
And I'm hoping that this is his way of just kind of helping that cloud to move on.
I want to listen to that one. Is that cool?
This is a very exciting time looking back on it. It was a big jump for our band to go from Blood Mountain to Crack the Sky. I mean, that was massive. I remember all of us saying we want to make a classic album that you can pull off the shelf at 20 years from now, 30 years from now and go, this record stands the test of time.
They all do. I think I Am Ahab, Megalodon, Sea Beast, Iron Tusk, March of the Fire Ants, Hearts Alive, Capillary and Crest, and did I say? No, yeah, they went from Last Baron to Blade Catcher, and then like Crack the Sky plus all the greatest hits from the previous 2 or 3 albums. I think they played Mother Puncher too. Yeah, that's a staple too. But yeah, man, oh man,
It wasn't great for everybody, and yeah, there were
some growing pains with Crack the Sky, you know, to try to recreate that album live because it was so layered. Pressure of it, you know. I think he just wanted it to be, you know, there was less pressure before.
Yeah.
Perspective. Yeah, I never considered that. How they do have to play the same songs in the same order every night, hitting the cues and whatnot. Lots of singing, like they said. Yeah, and like if you're partying, man, getting older too. Jeez. And like, I've been a fan of this band since Python before Blood Mountain. I forgot where I was going, but let's follow the smoke toward the riff-filled land here.
Perfect, you know, he would sort of start to cave in on himself a little bit. He'd feel embarrassed, you know what I mean? And so Party was starting to shift this way and get on top of him a little bit. And we started seeing on-stage outbursts and stuff.
What are you guys even here for?
On-stage uppers?
Who everyone looks? What the fuck is y'all's problem? Pathetic. And you and all you motherfuckers. Fuck all y'all.
Wow.
Like when we get to Hunter era, Mastodon is 100% the four of ours job. And so we had the luxury of like having our practice space, and we would get down there at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and jam, you know. Everybody kind of grew up a little bit, but Brent was sort of still in the, so he didn't have, his only job was Mastodon too, but he, you know, wanted to party, rage at night, and then sleep for a bunch of the day.
We're like, we want you to write with us. We want you to come down here and be part of the band. Like, speak up and like, show us what you got. And because at this point, you know, the three of us were kind of just practicing without him so much, and unfortunately.
Man,
what are you gonna do?
I mean, the band definitely, at that point, I remember everyone started taking, well, everyone, the three of us, kind of started taking it a little bit more seriously, because like, we really got to go to bed early tonight, because we got a big show tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
everybody except the three of us, so that means Brent. They all started taking it seriously. Or Brent did not. Wow.
And these guys started doing more vocal warm-ups and, you know, cutting back on the drinking and the partying and all that stuff, and Brent just couldn't. I mean, I couldn't really. I had a problem with all that too, but I didn't have to sing as much and play all the solos.
Okay, I thought I heard that Bill stopped drinking around the Blood Mountain days, if I'm not mistaken. Like he got some infection or disease or something. So yeah, it's just sad to hear. Sad circumstances all around.
I could see the disconnect happening and the enthusiasm getting less and less. The overall camaraderie as a four-piece dwindling. Yeah, it became quite obvious at that time. The on-stage energy would just be hit or miss.
Man, you know what you should do? What?
Fire your monitor guy.
What you gotta do, man, is fucking...
I think the three of us sometimes would witness this and be like, this is horrific. We need to put an end to this.
Huh. I can't imagine being in a band with somebody that somewhat mean-spirited on stage, and like even if he did make the best music, yeah, this is sad to hear, honestly.
But no, there's so much love and magic occasionally around the world that we play these amazing shows, and that's an intangible beauty that's unbelievable. We can't, you know, we got to keep going. Things will change. And
when it was great, it was great, and when it was fucking horrible, it was really fucking horrible. But we always tried to be optimistic and just be like, he's gonna change. Yeah. It's gonna get better.
Well, if you love something, set it free, and if it doesn't come back, then you need to go find it and fucking get that shit back.
His disassociation was very evident during the Hushed and Grim period, and his energy towards us and the effort towards us. It's like no one's required to be here, but we need, you know, we're in it for the heart and the purity and the authenticity of what we do and what we've built. And that led to the recording process, which was, in my opinion, the most separate that we've ever been in a studio, recording a double album. The dark tones and the alcohol and the things that had grips had their nails in him harder than ever before. It has always been ups and downs for the 25 years of our band, but I think it was at its peak, unfortunately, during these past 5 years. I mean, the Hushed and Grim, those few years of touring on it was the weakest band solidity and performance that we had had in a decade. And I knew in my heart that this was possibly going to plateau. And then what happens after a plateau is it goes down.
It was a foreshadowing of what was on the horizon for, you know, it just seemed like heart wasn't into it really, so, which
the evidence
was okay.
Was clear as day, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's sad looking back. I guess the signs were all there, right?
We knew in our hearts that this was never going to change. And I cannot tell you how many heart-to-hearts that the three of us had, daytime, sober, as a four-piece, pleading to someone that you've been with the bulk of your life to listen to us, and you need to take these avenues that you need for your happiness, for your health, for our sake, for your sake, for your wife's sake, for all of this. And I think it got to the point where the shows were declining in the live environment, and we were exhausted. Exhausted by throwing all this love at something that was straight up not listening or not caring. And at some point, we realized, like, we can't do anything else. What is there to do? We've exhausted all of this. Are we going to continue shooting ourselves in the foot, or are we going to keep conquering the world?
Yeah, I was sort of the last holdout. I kind of was thinking he would be able to turn it around at some point, but I mean, how many times can you get up on stage with somebody and go out there and the person is just, you can tell, they're just inebriated, you know, and you're like, this performance might fall apart.
You're only strong as like your weakest link, you know, and then the three of us could be out there practicing all day and rehearsing, and, you know, we'd go out there and it would rely on him, and it was killing us, killing all of us.
Yeah, it was horrible. You know, it was really depressing and sad and fucked up, and we just wanted that beautiful, amazing creature, Brent Hinds, to be out there serving up the honey baked ham and screaming his head off and playing ripping, amazing, incredible, beautiful solos. We desperately wanted that guy, but he showed us time and time again that person wasn't coming back without some kind of dramatic change.
It's so fucked up, like, but what they're saying, the extreme ends of both ends, like the great times and the horrible times. Like, would you endure the horrible times just to have a second of like the unforgettable times? Man.
I called the guys and I said, hey man, I love you guys, but we have to make a change. And they both just said, yeah, agree. I said, I'll start it, you know. Called a band meeting at 1 p.m, because that's the most that all four of us will be alert and coherent and hopefully have an adult conversation. And I just came in and I had written a very long letter of all the reasons why I'm unhappy and all the reasons that we've tried and pleaded and begged and tried to keep this together, you know, being forever hopelessly optimistic, but to no avail. And I just started reading my letter, and not even halfway through my letter, Brent realized that all of my issues that they shared as well were all directed at him. And it's the same stuff we've had dozens of band meetings about in the past. And before I'm halfway through my letter that I'm reading, the same way I'm speaking right now, he stands up and walks out of the practice space. And that's the last time I ever saw him again.
Jeez. Troy's voice sounds a bit quieter now too. It's like, but I don't blame him, of course.
we really were coming from a place of love. It's like maybe this will be like some kind of bottom for him. You know what I mean? You never know. You know, we had to set some boundaries and we had to take care of our own sort of mental health.
I knew, and I can't believe I was wrong, but I knew it in my heart that there would be that time. I don't know if it was going to be months or maybe even a year or two. There was going to be that turnaround where, just like thousands of times before, we meet, we apologize, we hug and say, I love you. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know when, but I knew it would happen. And I was fucking wrong.
Yeah. I mean, we all thought that. We're all like, he's you know, talking shit on the internet, you know what I mean? And I knew that was going to happen, and I just kind of rolled my eyes when I would see it. And I'd be
Jeez,
like,
can't.
okay. But I knew, like, he didn't mean any of that shit. And as soon as we saw each other, I'd be like, dude, what was all that bullshit, you know? He'd probably laugh, and we'd hug and say, I love you, and get back to it. That's what I thought was going to happen.
Me too.
Oh. 51 years old. Motorcycle accident. Okay, so that shed some light on what the guys had to endure, or what it was really like. I'm sad. I'm sad that my favorite band had to go through that. Yeah. And honestly, I don't know if I want to put this on the internet, because it changes my perception of Brent. I don't know.